everybody, welcome back to the farm. I'm Amanda, and if you have never seen any of our videos, we use YouTube as kind of a video journal and just a way to keep up with what our family is doing on the farm. If you think that you would be interested in seeing those kinds of videos, check out our channel, Circle H Farms VA. And while you're there, we would appreciate it if you would subscribe, and it would really help us grow our channel. So today I'm in the kitchen and I have a big bag of pork bones here. I'm trying to clean out our freezers because we're going to do our last round of chicken butchering on Monday. So I'm trying to get everything that we don't use out of the freezer and get it canned up or preserved another way. We've been doing a lot of stuff like beef broth and chicken broth, chicken soup, things like that, lard and beef tallow. So mainly just trying to get all of those odds and ends that get pushed in the back of the freezer, get them out and used in a different way. So with my pork bones here, we don't really use pork broth, so I am going to make some scrapple. Now, you may not have heard of that. It's pretty common in like Pennsylvania and Amish cultures, but it's basically a pork and meat broth mixture mixed with either cornmeal or buckwheat flour and made into a loaf, then sliced up and fried. And it's really good, and it's a great way to use the scraps. That's how it got its name, scrapple. Use the scraps of the pork. So I'll post the recipe in the description to this video, but the recipe calls for 6 cups of pork broth. I'm going to triple the recipe, so I'll need 18 cups, and I think this big bag of bones should do it just fine. I'm also going to use some pork liver and then some pork sausage. I'm going to use cornmeal because I can't find buckwheat flour at any store within 50 miles of here. I could order it, but who has time for that? So the first step is to make the broth. So I'm going to put these bones into my roaster over here. If you don't have one of these, I suggest that you hunt one down and find one because they are such a great tool to use in the kitchen. I got this one at a thrift store years ago for $1. That was before a lot of the YouTube homesteaders made them popular, so I'm sure they're a lot more expensive now. But I suggest you find one if you can. So I'm going to put these in there, cover them up with water, maybe a little bit of salt, and while that's cooking, I'm going to go out and plant some garlic. And I'll let these cook for probably 4 or 5 hours. I'll check on them after 4 hours and see what they look like. I don't need a really rich bone broth for this, I just need the flavor of the pork in there. So I'll check it after about 4 hours. And I'll catch back up with you then. But for right now, come along with me outside and we'll plant some garlic. We waited too late to order garlic seed online and have it shipped. It's the middle of October here now, so now is the time to plant it. So I just went to the grocery store and got a couple packs of the organic garlic, and that's what we're planting. It'll be fine. It's the same thing as if you were to order seed.
Mom, down to help you.
Yeah.
What does this?
Take one and just poke it down in the dirt. The fall colors are beautiful here right now, and this also shows the work that Eddie has been doing here lately. He's been cleaning up around this pond, clearing brush and reclaiming the pond dam. He's going to put up a fence up here so that we can move our cows up here this winter. So it is a lot more functional and it looks great too. While we were planting that garlic, we got a phone call that our calf had gone to the neighbor's house and was in their yard. And the broth is done. Here I have almost 2 pounds of pork liver. Look at this beautiful pork liver from our pasture-raised pigs. And I've got almost 2 pounds of our This is medium country sausage, and it's got sage and black pepper and red pepper in it, and it's not really hot, but it's just got a really good sausage flavor. So the next step is I'm gonna cook this and then run it through my attachment that goes on the KitchenAid, the meat grinder, and run it through that to grind it up really fine. I guess you could run it through the grinder first and then cook it, but either way it'll work out the same way. Now that the meat is ground up, I brought the broth back to a boil, and I'm going to slowly as I can, stir in this cornmeal. I've let it cook until it was thickened up. This is what it looks like now. So now it's time to dump in the meat. Kind of stir it in. I probably didn't get a big enough pot. And the spices. And the salt. I'm going to mix it all together really well and then pour it into, I think I've got 3 loaf pans set out. We'll see if it fits into that. To be completely honest, it does not look good right now, but it smells good and I know it's going to be very good. So it has to cool off quite a bit, and then I'm going to put it in the refrigerator to set up, and then I can take it out of these pans, and then when I go to cook it, I slice it up and fry it on both sides in a frying pan. It's really good. Well, that about sums it up for this video. I'm curious, let me know in the comments how many of you have ever tried Scrapple. Maybe you've never even heard of it, so let me know. And also keep an eye out, because in the next few weeks our whole family is going to be getting together and cooking a Brunswick stew. We're going to be using my husband's big 30-gallon stew pot, and we're going to be using his family's recipe. So that's going to be pretty fun. I'm going to try to take you along and get some clips and videos of the day. We're really looking forward to that. So until next time, we thank you so much for watching.